Hello, everyone. My name is Raj Vicaria, and I'm going to be talking about Microsoft Visual Studio Code, which is a free code editor that I've been using for a variety of programming assignments that I've had to do here at UMass Lowell. It's very easy to use, and that's one of the things I like about it. It's compatible with 4 different platforms, that being Android, iOS, Windows, and Linux. So you can really code from any environment that you're most comfortable with. You also have a selection of tools and languages you can choose from. So you can program in like C++, Python, JavaScript, for example. It also comes with a bunch of inbuilt web applications, which is very useful for web developers. To set this Visual Studio Code up, all you have to do is go to the Visual Studio Code website and download the appropriate version for your platform. And then it's just a matter of installing the software on your system. When you open up your Visual Studio Code for the first time, you'll be welcomed by a welcome message. And on the side, there will be 5 different navigation tools you can choose from, that being the Explorer, the Search, the Source and Control, Run and Debug, the extensions. So for the Explorer, it organizes your tools. For example, on the left, you can see how there's a GUI1 Homework 3 web folder, and underneath it has an HTML file and a CSS file. So you can, from this Explorer menu, choose the files that you want to edit. From the search, you can search up any tools that you might have added through an extension. So it's very easy to keep track of what tools you have and what you don't have. Visual Studio Code also comes in with a built-in debugger. So you might need to download like a compiler, for example, the C or C++ compiler, and then you could start debugging your files through here. One of the last navigation tools are it's the extension support. So you can add any tools that you may want. For example, the C or C++ compiler, but you can also add on new features like themes and font styles. So you can really customize your experience to just the way you want it, really adapt the Visual Studio Code environment to work for you. So an example of an extension that I use quite frequently is the live server extension. It's very useful. So for debugging HTML and CSS files. So whenever you save an HTML or CSS file, it updates the website that you're working on. So it's very handy when debugging those files. And as for customizability, that goes back to extensions, but you also have some inbuilt customizability as well. So you can change themes. They have some built-in themes. They've got different attributes that changes the nature of how you edit your code. So an example of that would be like text wrapping, which allows you to work with code that doesn't fall off the edge of the screen. It wraps onto the next line, which is very useful. So you don't have to keep scrolling left and right. You can also change the font style. It comes in with some built-in fonts. So here are some example layouts you can work with. Some of them are kind of out there. You can have your theme be like a red theme or like very contrasty theme. So again, you can really make the tool work for you. There's just a lot of customizability you can play with. But other than that, it's very lightweight and it can support multiple different projects running at the same time. So that's one of the things I like about it. So in conclusion, I like how it's easy to use. You can add on as much tools as you want, and there's a lot of customizability there. And there's little things like IntelliSense, which detects if any code is incomplete. in your files, and it updates it so you won't run into like any syntax issues. So that's my experience with Visual Studio Code, and that's why I like to use it for a lot of different applications here at UMass Lowell. Thank you for listening.